Welcome to an edition of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013 on the Serbian farm. Okay, so our sugar beets are on great demand as we speak. So, as I said, I was going to come back when they were on great demand, and they are now. I'm actually going to progress time. What we'll do is we'll get set up first. So we'll grab the crafts truck here, and we'll go sell some sugar beets, and we still have a crazy amount of sugar beets. We have, I think it's something like 1.9 million liters of sugar beets. I'm not going to use this tipper because it doesn't carry enough sugar beets basically. And I've left the other trailer that we have, the tipper that we have for sugar beets around back. So we're at 2.1 million right now. Slowly progressing towards our $5 million goal. We'll get there eventually. Got our John Deere currently... Whoops. I don't know how that guy managed to do that, but our John Deere currently is fertilizing that field over there. And we got the Class. He is currently sowing one of our fields with canola. It appears that there's a great demand for canola coming up, so we're going to take advantage of that. There we go. So as I mentioned, this usually is used for grain, but the person who created the mod made it usable with sugar beets as well, which is a bit odd, actually. Because it's actually meant as a grain tipper as opposed to a sugar beets, but doesn't mean you can't. You probably wouldn't drop sugar beets from that high anyways, because what will happen... Oh, I'm not sure about sugar beets, but I know with potatoes at least it'll happen. Like, if you were to do this same thing with potatoes, you would definitely bruise the potatoes, which isn't good basically. You'd run into some problems. They wouldn't store very well after that. Usually what they use is something... They probably wouldn't drop it from that high. If they were to just use a conveyor belt for sugar beets and for potatoes, they would probably have it a bit closer, and they'd try to place it a bit more as opposed to this kind of huge drop we have going on right here. But that's what we got to deal with right now. I know when I've helped my in-laws out doing potatoes on their farm, when we take the potatoes out of the harvester and putting them into a bin, we tend to put a little bit of styrofoam along the bottom just so they have a little bit of cushion when they drop that initial time. Because, like, whoa, that's a truck. Because in real life, what will happen is initially if they hit the wood on directly, it'll actually bruise the potatoes. Alright, let's close that up. And after the initial little bit of potatoes, it's not too bad because then you have... The potatoes will move around, but the wood won't, so there's not much of an absorption there. Where is it? We're going to Sunoco. Perfect. It's nice and close. Alright, there we go. Take a nice wide turn here. Yeah, we can go that way. So I'll just scoot around here. Perfect. So this field's also in canola at the moment. As I mentioned, we're going to try and capitalize on that canola. Great demand that's coming up. Try and sell a few loads of canola and make a nice little profit. Also, I believe corn is coming up too. Yeah. I think it's the PDA Fix mod which actually does that, which shows me what the great demand is. Actually, before I do this, I'm just going to accelerate time to hit 1 o'clock. Then I have a full hour of selling, because if I sell this right now... Alright. There we go, perfect. Or maybe just a couple more minutes. 1 more minute. There we go. Apparently JF's on sale too. Alright, because we have this type of tipper with the sugar beets here just seems strange, but oh well. Ooh, it's a nice graphic though, look at that. Excuse me. Oh, that's really nice actually. Alright, let's go get some more. We got tons. Let me just double check to see how much we actually have. Yeah, we have 1.8 million liters of sugar beets. So that's why I figured I would try and try and sell as much as possible in an hour to get rid of some of them, or else we're going to have a whole heap load of sugar beets not being used, basically. And I don't know, let's check what the actual price is. I didn't even look. $57 per ton. It's not too bad. John Deere's in traffic, apparently. That's fine. We'll deal with him once we go start loading, because this takes a long time to load, just because of how much it holds and how fast the conveyor belt unloads. Like, the conveyor belt unloads at like a relatively good pace, but on some maps people have cranked up the speed, so it's just a ridiculous pace. But not on this map. They kept it realistic, which I appreciate. Alright, let's go here. Take a nice wide turn here. Alright, so we're getting close to our $5 million mark, and I think what I'll do is once we hit the $5 million mark, we'll probably change maps to the new map. Again, haven't got much feedback about the more realistic mod type map situation. Let me know what you guys think again. John Deere, you're in traffic. And so is this guy. Alright, so we will fix this guy. Is he's gonna be a problem? Oops. Apparently. There we go. Yeah, I haven't got much feedback about the more realistic thought. Not sure if you guys think it's a good idea or a bad idea. Let me know what you think. I had a question from somebody. I'm not sure exactly what they were asking, so I asked them to clarify. I just did that a few minutes ago, so I haven't got clarification back yet. But I'm assuming we'll have it at some point. Still loading. It's crazy. Interestingly enough, my in-laws, they don't store their potatoes like this. Not at all. They actually store them in apple bins. And I know there are some maps, or there are some mods you can get to store potatoes in apple bins, or potato bins, whatever you want to call them. So it's basically like it's a pallet, and then built on top of the pallet there are walls, basically. So it holds, I think it holds, oh, I forget how much it holds. It holds enough, let's just say that. Anyways, so they store them in a storage room in bins, as opposed to like this outside. I don't know if this is done much out in Canada with sugar beets or potatoes. I know in Europe it's more common, but here, I guess due to the weather we have, and so for example, like the winter, or snow, or rain, or freezing rain, or sleet if we're lucky. Ooh, gotta be careful there. Alright. Strangely enough, actually, we had some... Normally when we have potatoes, they last a really long time. But we were cleaning our house and we stored them outside in the balcony, outside for a little bit, for whatever reason. And we brought them back inside and they did not last, which is really unfortunate because they were fabulous potatoes. So you store them outside. Usually if you store potatoes outside, it's not too bad. And then you bring them back inside, it's okay as long as the transition isn't like really, like if you don't put them in a hot room, let's say. And that's kind of where we store our potatoes in a slightly warmer room. So it really didn't help the process, which is really unfortunate, like I said, so it happens. But let me tell you, the smell of potatoes that aren't fresh anymore, not so good. It is not a pleasant smell at all. So I had to deal with that the other day, which was kind of interesting. Checked on the potatoes for the reason, because I thought we were going to have some for dinner. Checked on them, and I was like, oh, those potatoes just aren't good. They're a little ripe, but not in a good way, so. Alright. Trip over here. I think it takes longer to actually load the potatoes than it does to sell them, which is kind of crazy. How much do we make? That's not too bad. Oh, that's a huge... I didn't realize we had that many drop in there. It looks cool. Alright, let's head back, grab a couple more loads. We should be good for a couple more loads at least. So things on the farm are going well, looks like. Our nice windmill way off there in the distance, giving us a nice little bit of cash every hour, I guess it is. Minus, of course, its maintenance costs, I suppose. That's everything to take into consideration. I do like the goal of the organic matter, organic fertilizer only. That was kind of created an interesting challenge of this particular map, because the cows, well, all the livestock doesn't produce. They all don't produce that much manure, liquid manure. I have a lot now, but it's because I don't use it from them specifically. Like right now for our beef cattle, we have 139,000 liters, which wouldn't last very long, to be honest with you. Not with the size of farm we have now. That would be like, I don't know, maybe like I'm not sure how long it would last, but it would be maybe one field. No, I don't even think it'd be one field. I think it'd be less than a field, just because we have so much. So, still got these guys, these bins over here. This is holding straw, and the other one holds mixed forage or mixed feed. It got tipped up a little bit there, as you can see from the sugar beets, because we have just so many sugar beets. Funny enough, I had to re-record the course because the pile just got so big for courseplay. So courseplay originally went like really close to the conveyor belt, and it created a bit of a problem because the courseplay guy couldn't drive over the huge heap of sugar beets we had. It was crazy. So oh well. Let's go check on some other things. Let's put this away. This is right in the middle of the yard. It's gonna bother me. Really glad I changed this truck over, or changed this over to the F-150, because I had it on the, oh, I should mention that actually. I had this trailer on the Ford 3000, but the Ford 3000 with the trailer just moved way too slow. So actually I went ahead and just sold the Ford 3000. It's not a big sell, so I wasn't that worried about it. So I sold the Ford 3000, and I sold the old cultivator we started off with, and I also sold the Alice Chalmers seeder there. Just so give us a little bit more storage space here. As you can see, we got the combine sitting there. It's a little dirty at the moment, but it's fine. And we got this guy, which not after that one field, I don't know if I ever want to do sugar beets again. And I noticed this right here, and this is actually from this harvester for whatever reason. So it's strange. I don't know why it's the case, but that is from, I think it's supposed to be the rollers, which are they're supposed to be like right here in the middle, and for whatever reason they're in the ground. So I don't know if it's a mod conflict or something, but or maybe it was just the way it was modded. Not sure, but something's just not right. Other than that, it works perfectly fine. Let's go check on the sheep, see how much wool we have. So we have 4 pallets full of wool. Maybe I'll have to deal with that eventually again too. That was not fun, having to deal with that. Perfect. He's loaded up again. Now, if I didn't have this big bin here, I could just drive straight up to it with no problem, but because I do, it made my life more difficult. Which happens every now and then, right? So, excuse me. Alright, let's go sell another load, and let's try and keep track of how much we actually make from this. It's funny, I see the money go up, and then I start paying attention to something else for a second, and then I don't focus on how much we actually make. But just, you know, something you should really pay attention to, but I definitely haven't been paying that much attention to. All I care is about the money going up, basically. Alright. It's cool. I don't know if I ever showed you this, but at the airport, I should say, the lights of the airport actually light up at night, and it's like it creates like a runway. I've never seen any planes land or take off; they just kind of fly over. But it's still a nice addition that they put in there, having the planes go over it every now and then. They don't come over very often, so it's not too bad. It's not like the train. Like, the train's like every 2 minutes, like I mentioned last episode. It's just crazy. So. I'm really happy with this purchase, this trailer I'm talking about. It's really nice to do stuff like this. Like, this would have been like, I don't know, double the amount of trips basically with the agroliner. And this makes it so much easier. It gives us an extra like 30,000 almost liters. It's like 23,000, I guess, is what it boils down to. But still, the extra 23,000 liters or whatever we have on this really, it adds up over time, basically, is what I'm saying. Because we just have so many sugar beets. Like, we've done a few loads already, and we still have 1.7 million liters of sugar beets, which is a crazy amount. And we still have some sunflowers and soybeans that haven't come on great demand yet, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Like I said, canola is coming up on a great demand soon. Canola starts in a couple days, and so does corn. And then we have sugar beets, which is another 17 hours still, which is good. I don't think anything else new is going on the farm at the moment. Things have been pretty straightforward for the time being. Like I said, just on cruise control until we hit that mark, and then we'll probably progress from there. I do really like this map. This is a fantastic map. I could easily see myself playing this after the series, just because it's just a nice map to play on. The detail's nice. The one thing I don't like personally is the yard. Although it does give you a bit of a challenge, but the yard is a bit annoying in terms of maneuvering like a big tipper around like this one. So, but it's not made for that, so that's part of the reason why as well, right? So, I did pick up a couple new mods, and I mentioned those last ones. I'm just gonna, I did take a look at them actually today earlier on just to check them out. I deleted that Kubota mod. It was just silly. I've picked up the Fendt 939 Vario, which is the next one up from this one. So this is 320 horsepower, and this one is 390 horsepower. Nice looking tractor again. Is it by the same guys? No. It's a nice looking tractor. Maybe it is. I don't know. Doesn't say. Anyways, it's a nice looking tractor. It looks very similar to the Fendt Vario SCR 936. It's a bit more powerful, and that's about it. An extra 30 grand, mind you, but that's about it. Otherwise, it's nice. I picked that one up from LS-UK, LS 2013. I picked that one up, and I did check out these. They look very similar to the Duke farming one. They just perform a little bit differently. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I noticed, at least. And I think that's all that I picked up. I think that's it. Yep. Are you full yet? No, not yet. So I'm looking forward to just starting those mod spotlights. As I mentioned, I'm probably not gonna start them until I feel 100%. Just because I don't want to start off a series with a whole bunch of coughs and an odd-sounding voice. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Shouldn't be too much longer, I imagine, just because I'm feeling better and better every day, basically. So I imagine in the near future, maybe I'll do one for Christmas Eve or something like that. Actually, that's what I could do. Christmas Eve. Yeah, I could do that, I suppose. Although I'll have to record it, you know, earlier in the day or something, or the day before, which is, you know, pretty soon now. 23rd, yeah, it's tomorrow. So I'm recording this on the 22nd, if you're wondering. So, all right. Let's go drop this off, and I think this will be the last load I'll do on camera, just because I don't want to continually go back and forth with you guys here. But it does give you a little idea of how awesome this trailer is with this amount of goods that you need to sell. It does make my life a lot easier. But alright, so I'll sell this and then check on some other things and see how they are doing. There goes the plane again. You can actually get mods that are planes in Farming Simulator 2. I had a couple to mess around with. They definitely don't work very well, I found. But that's just me, I guess. Alright. Alright, let's pay close attention. So we're at 235. Let's see how much we get. 36, 7, 5, so that's 5. 10 roughly. So about almost 15. That's not too bad, actually. how much income we've made. 240,000. So that just gives you an idea of how much money we've made from harvest income the last few days. Quite a lot, as you can see. And it has allowed me to progress quicker, I should say. Alright, let's turn this off for now. Let's go check on our John Deere. He's just waiting to be filled up. He's still seeding. He's finishing off the field. Excellent. I really like this tractor. I like the maneuverability of it. It's surprising how maneuverable it is. Being able to turn around almost on a dime is super cool. And you can change the steering to the way you like it. I like the way I have it right now, so that the wheels turn towards the inside. All four of them turn at the same time, so it makes it really maneuverable. This is the low-end version. There's also, that's a 3800, and there's also the 5000, which is 487 horsepower, which is bigger, but has the same capabilities. I still don't know why. I don't know why they have the classes have this, but you can actually, where is it? Rotate cabin. You can rotate the cabin. I have no idea why these tractors have this capability. Oh, I better not do that. It's gonna mess it up. I don't know why they have this capability. Maybe it's just in case you want to drive it differently, I guess. But I don't understand it. If you know why classes have this capability, oh my goodness. If you know why they have that capability, please let me know. I guess if you want to pull from the opposite side, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's what it boils down to, I suppose. If you just want to turn the way you have things, I don't know. Never quite made sense to me, but it does have that capability, which is kind of cool that you can do it as in part of the mod, but really doesn't make any sense to me. So, all right, how's our? He's still filling up. He's unloading slowly. Still doing our silage here. Looks like he's almost done there. We've got to keep doing the silage, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. It's fortunate and unfortunate. Because we do need that slurry so we can keep those things fertilized. Alright, so I think I'm going to end the episode there for now. Unless you want to... No, I won't do any more runs because I've already done a few already. So I'm going to end the episode there for now. Maybe a bit shorter one. Not too much short. And I'll come back probably when canola is on a great demand, I think, because we actually will have some canola in. Alright, so my name's Ian Robson. We're playing Farming Simulator 2013, and we're on the Serbian farm. Catch you guys later.